Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the B-34 American Rank 2 Battle Rating 2.7 medium bomber. And I have to say, I really like this vehicle. The first thing you see is a cut down of one of the first battles that I ever had, just to showcase that the following gameplay is not an oddity, as I can say. This plane seems to take enormous amounts of damage and can dish out enormous amounts of damage to other planes in return. Thanks to its dual 12.7mm M2 Browning top gunner and also the belly gunner with dual 7.62mm Browning machine guns seems to be relatively powerful, even when stock. The bomb load is not that impressive at first. You get just 7 250-pound bombs. You can upgrade to a torpedo. That is rather nice indeed, as we'll see in the next gameplay. And also it can then upgrade to a bit bigger bomb load, but again not something decisive. Now here I'm engaged by two B-49s. My tactic here is to deny them the first clean boom and zoom run and to force them to turn. And you can see those pilots are not dumb. They actually abandon their attacks. A lot of players at this battle rating just crash into the ground and then they land behind my plane, and then you can deal rather reliably with them. The E3 does not do enough damage. He does have just the MGFF cannons, but not the MGFFMs, so no mine shells for you, sunshine. And that is why I survive and kill him in return. And his buddy in another E3 also seems to not have gotten the message that I have a nice gunner indeed, and I set him on fire again. I have to say, with the new patch 1.65, it seems like you have a good chance of setting enemies on fire. And as hard as I carried here, it was not good enough, sadly. After this kill that I just get, you can see he still burns. And now I got the kill. That's my third kill in this match. Yeah, we just simply lost the game due to ground attacking by some Ju-88s. Pesky medium bombers, please nerf. The next match is here on New Guinea, and you can see I have equipped a single torpedo, and it is the very good torpedo. You might have seen it in my torpedo. What was it? I made a video about torpedoes. A summary, so to speak, of the current torpedoes for aircraft we have in the game. And this torpedo is strong enough to sink a carrier in a single hit. It is the Mark 13-44, which weighs nearly a ton or above a ton, I'm not quite sure, but it has a very good drop speed of 0 to up to 518 kilometers an hour, and the drop altitude with up to 250 meters is also very nice, but it is a rather slow torpedo indeed. Now what I do here is, as you can see, I'm flying below the radar of the entire enemy team, knowing the climbing and advancing paths of the enemy teams, especially at this lower tiers, is very useful indeed. And I can then manage to sneak to their base. And as you will see in a moment, at the moment torpedoes, at least the American Mark 13/44 torpedoes, seems to be a bit overpowered. In fact, as you will see in a moment, there are 3 carriers and you can sink one of them with a single torpedo. That means if you go in a team of 4 and you coordinate your attack, you can sink all 3 carriers within the first few minutes without having anything achieved for the rest of your team. Yes, you win the battle. Yes, you make progress, but the rest of your team can't, and also the enemy team has absolutely nothing from this match. And I don't want people to do this. Why do I still show it? Well, I need you to make aware that American bombers can do it. To know that something is wrong with the game, first of all, you have to know that there is something wrong in the game. At least that's my opinion. Maybe this is intended, working as intended, so to speak. And there you can see the torpedo aim lead indicator was removed now. I was too quick with my flaps, and the torpedo is running nicely, and there we go. I sank one carrier. And then I returned to base, and that was rather uneventful, so I think I just simply cut it out and show you just the landing. Because the landing is kind of difficult, because the landing gears are at the risk of ripping off above 250 kilometers. But then you're too fast for the landing, so you have to nose brake, because the brakes for wheels in War Thunder is not really great, at least on aircraft. Yeah. And somebody is not very amused about this. Now I played a little bit around. Strange maneuvering right here. I can't depress my my sight, so to speak. And Colonel Jack O'Neill here is not very amused. Not really. No. Yeah, whatever. And then I start off again. And at this time, I am one of the last remaining 3 players on my team, and on the enemy team there are a few more left. However, I try my luck for the second time and start off again. And what follows now is one of those matches that you think are not possible. You're fighting an upclimb hill. What can I do in a medium bomber? You know, I sank one carrier, I can potentially sink a second one, but then to be able to return to the base and to rearm another torpedo and get to the third carrier is right out impossible, and it's not gonna happen in this match, I can assure you that. So what you're about to see is pure magic. Now, up until this point, I evaded the enemy team. What I really like about the B-34 is that it just feels like the kind of like the old A-20G. It is indeed, again, a relatively quick and to a certain degree also maneuverable medium bomber equipped with a great dual 50 cal rear gunner. And as we will see in a moment, he can do his job. In the first battle, eventually he was knocked out before I returned to base, but again, I have to say, this plane can take a hell of a beating and still be able to carry on. The same goes for the Ju-88. I'm not sure if this is again some of the special flavor of the patch 1.65. Bombers indeed seem to be able to take a lot of pounding, at least those new ones that I flew. And so, like the Hampton, the Ju-88, C6, and so on, they all could take a little bit of beating. And the most times I died was either when getting set on fire, or one wing was really crippled, or simply the controls were snapped, which is a implementation in the game that I really dislike. One final thing to know about the plane is its offensive armament. I mentioned the A-20G, and the A-20G is relatively known for having great head-on firepower, for a medium bomber that is, with 650 cals mounted in the nose. And this plane indeed also has, as you might have seen on the stat card, 2 12.7mm M2 Brownings with 500 rounds, and 2 7.62mm Browning machine guns with 750 rounds. That is not the world that you can shoot, but still you have a decent head-on firepower to clean off a few vehicles, AAAs, or if you are forced into a head-on, at least have a chance to take the enemy with you. However, a funny thing about those 7.62mm dual guns in the nose is they seem to have a gunner, but he does fire like the pilot does, so straightforward. But it is clearly modeled that the machine guns could potentially move, but they just don't. So I don't know what's up with this, if it is wrongly implemented or this is working as intended. I don't know. And to be honest, it wouldn't make too much difference, I guess. In fact, the way we have it right now is good. Now, my last ally was sadly shot down, and there are 5 enemies left. So, the insane part of me thinks, that sounds like a nice for me. I've won 5 versus 1s previously, as I've shown with the BF109E7 U2, the dog tag variant of the BF109E4. It is basically game-wise a carbon copy. However, this will not be such a sneak through the enemy lines and bomb the base. I try, but this is not what's gonna happen. But still, I wanted to show the insane capabilities of this plane at the moment. It might change tomorrow, it might change within the next hour, I don't know. And what I see is that I indeed was detected. Now I want to get you into my thinking process. The J1N1 is not a big threat. No active gunner, and the 20mm gunner is rather useless indeed, and it is relatively easy to shoot down from the front. The next part is this new N1K1, and it is not the 5.0 variant. It is the new float plane variant, which I like. It is the N1K1 Kyofu. I pronounced it right, I hope. Yeah. And the the J1N1 is in range, so I tried to hit him with my 50 cals, a few hits, no serious damage. And have you heard about the new mechanics with the bomb bay? Yeah. I shoot at him, adjust my aim, and there we go, aircraft destroyed. Potentially a pilot snipe, and set the engine on fire. As much as I like the new N1K1 float plane, it is not really fast. And that's the next point of this plane. It's really, really fast. And the engines also survive for such a long time, and they don't get set on fire that much, despite getting shot at numerous times. Now, here I screw a little bit up. You might have noticed it. Yeah. I wanted to drop the torpedo like always with all the enemies behind me, but I just opened the bomb bay and I thought I could get in the next shot, but it was not to be. F4U, 1A behind me, I kill him again. The 50 cal duel won by the true American bomber. And then I'm in a wrong course. Both my engines are shot. They are leaking oil, both of them. They are still fully operational, but I'm not sure if I can make it back to base. So I claimed already 2 victims. And you can see the N1K1 is not catching up to me. In fact, I think I'm getting a little bit of distance. I have to turn around and have to try to make it back. I'm not quite sure if this Gear I-43 is the cannon equipped version. If it is, I can be in serious trouble. I cut into them, and then I make a little bit of evasive action to deny him a clear shot. And then a few good hits, no damage. No, I have to lower the plane to get the guns on target. Sadly, you can't control the flaps. He gets on my tail. Bad mistake, and he is set on fire. The N1K1 got on my tail as well in the perfect time to attack him with both the 50 cals and the 30 cals. And I just have little bursts because the guns are about to overheat, and 1 hit is enough again to set him on fire. Very good result. That's my 4th kill. And yeah, now we have a serious problem, because what's incoming here is another float plane, the A6M2N, the Canoe of Destiny as it is named by some people. What will happen? What will happen? It has 2 20mm cannons, and I really like this plane myself. And again, I make a really nice adjustment to deny him the really nice shot at me. a little bit up, and he misses his initial shots. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. There he is. And it's very maneuverable, but not very fast. And he's set on fire again. Yeah, you can see the magic of the 50 cals against engine blocks is back. Those were 4 kills and 1 set on fire. And I got it. That's my ace in a bomber. And I got the last man standing award, winning a 5 versus 1 in a medium bomber. Make American medium bombers great again. That's the parole of this nice battle here on New Guinea. And you know, at this moment I think it is clear why I like this plane and why it remembers me so much of the old A20G. So let's have a quick look at the post-battle results screens of this really nice battle. I know it's low tier battle, but still, you know, you can't pull this off every day. So I got 75,000 silver lines and 4,082 research points. Avenger, Double Strike, Professional ×5, Shadow, Strike Streak, Final Blow, Survivor, The Last Man Standing as well, and Terror of the Sky. In a medium bomber, can you believe it? And so I got a really nice result. So I hope you liked this video a lot. As you can see, I was first in team with 5,235 score points. And there I unlocked basically everything with this battle. So yeah, good result right there. This is one of those battles that just define your opinion on a plane when you have it 2-3 times in a row. So I hope you enjoyed the battle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the new bombers or more or less heavy fighters in this role. And I hope you liked the video. If so, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out. Enjoy your Christmas time and subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll see each other in the skies of War Thunder.